Hey everybody, what's up? I'm going to go ahead and prime my face so that way everything stays in place for wherever you plan on wearing this look. I'm going to go ahead and take a foundation that is lighter than my skin tone because I want her to be more of a sickly kind of fortune teller to kind of match her evilness, but this is completely up to you. You can make her look however you want and take whatever you want away from this video. I'm just kind of showing you how I did my version of this, but I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of concealer just to kind of hide a little bit of the acne scars that I have, and I have a little bit of texture on my face going around right now, but you're not going to be able to tell once I put everything on. But go ahead and set everything in place as well so that way it doesn't move throughout the night. I'm just using a setting powder. Use whatever you have. Okay, so you're going to want to go ahead and take any white eyeshadow that you have. That one is just from my Morphe 35B palette, but anyone will do. You're mainly just making your eyes look a lot more paler. Then I'm going to go into that palette and use that shade right there. And I'm mainly just using this to kind of create some shadows into my eye, make my eye look a little bit more sunken in right there, and also to help carve out my nose and kind of make it look more contoured and really just make everything right there look more sunken in a little bit, I guess, is really what I was doing. I kind of wanted my nose to have the contour right there, and then as well as going into my eyes kind of being sunken in a little bit more, and also making my eyes look a little bit more feline, so to speak. So what I'm going to say right here is with my nose and my eyes going into that motion right there, it's kind of Yzma-ish. I don't know what to say. Like, you know how Yzma has sunken in eyes and then she just has a really skinny nose? That was what I was going for right there. But I really wanted my eyes to look more feline going towards the end. So you can also take any other black that you have and just kind of add that in to the corner right there to make your eyes look even more sunken in. So I am also laying down the colors on my eyes where I'm kind of using this as a map. So when I go to lay down the other colors on my eyes, it's kind of already in the cat shape for me going towards it. So it'll make it a little bit easier. So you kind of have an area where you can see the line where it's going into like the cat eye and the cut crease where you can kind of place those colors. So I'm going to go ahead and use that purple right there in the same palette, and I'm going to be placing this on my outer thirds to kind of make my eyes look a little bit more feline per se. But this is totally up to you. I am following the map that I created with that. I did use a blending brush to kind of place down the color and see where I wanted it, and then I'm going to be taking a packing brush to kind of make the colors darker on my eye. But you're going to be using the darker colors on the outside of your eyes, and then you're going to gradually be taking the lighter colors to kind of make it look like a gradient towards the inner portion of your eye. But you still want to make sure that you're focusing a lot of the darker colors on the inside of your eyes where we made our eyes look a little bit more sunken in, so that way they keep that same illusion. I am also making sure that this is staying in somewhat of a form of a cut crease, because I am still following that line where I placed down the brown to create the shadows in my eyes. So I am mainly using the purple in those areas where I placed the brown, so that way it keeps the cut crease illusion, and I'm going to be going ahead and using that color and kind of putting it on the top so that way there's still the gradient flow throughout the entire eye look. I am making them more of an upward turned with the shadows going in towards my temple, just to kind of make it look more dark and mysterious and kind of add to the illusion of the look. So I'm going to be taking these two shades and just kind of helping the gradient flow in through my eyes with the cut crease to kind of lighten things up before I get to the actual cut crease. But I'm just kind of blending things and making them look seamless. I'm using those two colors just again to lighten things up a little bit more. And then just kind of I will be using those two colors later on in the cut crease to kind of help blend things further, but I'm going to be taking this yellow foiled and start the cut crease and mainly focus the yellow right there on the inner corners. I will, like I said, be taking that pink color and placing it in the middle here in a second to kind of help things flow a little bit more, to help the cut crease fade into that gradual gradient that you saw in the beginning. So right here again, this is how I'm doing the pink, kind of blending things out and making them look seamless. Go ahead and wing out your eyes. I don't know why I said wing out your eyes. Go ahead and line your eyes with the eyeliner. This is just a e.l.f. liquid eyeliner. I am winging it out pretty sharply. You can make it however dramatic that you want. I'm just doing this to kind of make my eyes look a little bit more feline and kind of help with the overall aesthetic of the look. I really think doing a winged eyeliner, however dramatic you may want it, really goes with the look. So kind of do what you want with that part, but I am going to go ahead and curl my eyelashes, and then I will apply my falsies. You will see in a second. And then when I come back, my second eye will be done. So go ahead and use any white eyeliner that you have and just go ahead and place a little line underneath the wing. I just think it looked really good with the overall aesthetic of the look, and you can kind of create whatever little garnish type of things for the look that you want. I don't know why I said garnish, just like whatever like little dots or little things that you want to put on to kind of add to it. I thought it added to the eye really nicely. But you can totally do like little sparkles, little jewels, whatever you want, because fortune tellers are usually blingy. And my words are usually a little blingy. But I'm going to go ahead and take that shade right there to kind of contour my cheeks a little bit and just kind of sharpen up my face a little bit more.
I control you just as in a game, but don't try to fight me back. You can't break me. Try it, and you shall.
I am adding a little bit of blush to her after we just made her look a little bit grungy, which is okay because I want her to look a little grungy. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some freckles just on my face where I think it would look pretty. I like freckles, so I did freckles. You don't have to do that, but I did. I'm going to go ahead and white out my lips and then go ahead and start mapping out where I want the lines to be and kind of where the poison is going to start from her lips to kind of add depth and also to give you a little bit of a map. So as I was drawing these on, you don't have to be too precise with this, but one thing that might help when you draw them on is I would think of veins. So you could even think of tree veins, kind of the roots and how they grow when you're putting them on. There doesn't have to be too much of a specific, with my little dance, but there doesn't have to be too much of a rhyme to it. I was just kind of making them look like veins and tree roots in the way that I was drawing them on, and the areas and the way that they would kind of flow throughout each other, just kind of create a flowing pattern throughout. So these are just mainly, the whole look of the mouth is supposed to resemble her evil words, like I said, and her poisonous words that are coming out of her mouth, because nothing she says is true. So that is my take on this. So now I'm taking the white as well to kind of go ahead and go in deeper and kind of add to it more, so that way now that your map is on, you kind of go in and kind of detail it a little bit more with the white. And then once this is done, you're going to go ahead and use the black to fill in those little gaps, and that's going to resemble the poison. So this lady is turning evil, so all of this is supposed to resemble, she is going bad in what she does and everything she says, and she's slowly turning evil. So this is all of the poison. This is what she's turning into. This is how her face is starting to morph into, because everything she says is a lie. So everything is poisonous that is coming out of her. So that is what this is supposed to resemble. The black seeping into it, and that is the poison. That is, first it was the white, and then now it's just poison running out of her mouth because all she says is lies. So that is what the story behind the mouth is. But there, like I said, there doesn't have to be kind of a rhyme or a reason. Kind of fill in where you want and kind of where you want the depth of it to be. And I filled in like a lot of little areas mainly with black to really just kind of add depth to it and mainly fill it with poison, so to speak. So it's really up to you. Kind of do what you want with it. Take away, like I said, this part is optional. You don't have to do this. You can kind of do a bold lip if you wanted to do more of a glam kind of fortune teller, but mine is about an evil fortune teller, so I am doing this. But like I said, take what you want away from this and do what you want, you know? So for the eyes and how they get bloody every time she talks because everything she says is evil, I am going to go ahead and just put some red eyeshadow underneath my eyes to make them look sore. And then I'm going to go ahead and kind of make them look bruised. So I will, if you would like me to do a whole video on bruising, I can. But it's mainly just reds and purples and yellow. A little bit of blue. I wouldn't do a lot. I would do mainly purples. But like I said, I'm doing a little bit of bruising under there just to kind of add to it. But you don't have to do the bruising. You can definitely just do the blood. So for the blood, I'm just using the benign thick scab blood. I'm using a orange stick. You don't have to use an orange stick. If you're going to use that, I would use the side that I'm using right there, not the pointy side, but you know, I was being very careful with it. Just make sure whatever kind of stick you put in your eye, you're being careful, okay? We don't want to stab our eyeballs out, but I am just kind of placing this around my eye to make it look like she's crying blood. So create trails kind of going down and kind of getting lighter towards the end from wherever you place it. But I'm also putting it in my eyelashes, kind of making them lay down and making them look all scabby and blooded. Like I said, she was supposed to look like she was crying out blood. You know, I decided to go really all out with it. I really wanted her to look as gory as I possibly could get her without making it too much. I did think the blood might have been too much, but it wasn't. It added just enough to it that I liked it. And, you know, just like I said, do what you want, take what you want away from it, and you don't have to do the blood. You can do the blood, you don't, whatever. You know, totally up to you. But I personally liked it. I wanted her to look as gory as possible. But, like I said, whatever. Do what you want. So I am going to be ending with the blood, but I am going to be putting a little bit of my nose as well. But I will say on another note that when you're removing the blood, make sure you kind of put a warm washcloth under there to kind of help warm it up a little bit, so that way when you're removing it, it's not pulling on your eyelashes so much. So that way you're kind of helping preserve your eyelashes on the bottom. Just be aware of that. I would kind of heat it up a little bit and then kind of remove it like that. So I did add a little bit of glitter on my forehead just to kind of do something with the headpiece, but that's totally optional and up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and tease my hair to end with. I did do a little crystal ball If you would like to see a separate video of how I did that, go ahead and like the video and let me know. But other than that, this is basically on my face. Go ahead and finish teasing your hair, make her look as grungy as you want, and then pin it back and add some jewelry to make her look more fortune-tellery, if that's even a word. But other than that, you're done.
Oh, hi.
Hello there, party people. This is the look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. You know, I actually had a lot of fun doing this. It took me a long time to do it, but that's okay. If you guys enjoyed watching it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe before you leave, and go ahead and hit that little bell so that way you get notifications when I upload. I love you guys, and I shall see you. Bye.